This is a demonstration of a database application built on the Force.com platform. It was designed and built by Process Management Consultants. What is Force.com? Force.com is a platform as a service product designed to simplify the development and deployment of cloud-based applications and websites. Developers can create apps and websites through the Cloud IDE and deploy them quickly to Force.com's multi-tenant servers. Force.com is owned by software as a service vendor, Salesforce.com. The application was designed and built to manage many essential business processes for a specialty retailer. However, many of these processes are standard to any industry. The following business processes managed by this application are as follows: invoice management, payment processing, purchase orders, expense management, project management, and inventory and asset management. Workflow for each business process has been thoroughly mapped out and tested. Managing any business process usually means coordinating tasks with others, so a robust contact management system is a priority. Let's take a look. The root of the system is aligning contacts with accounts. Let's click on the Account Names tab. Accounts can be any type of organization, such as a customer, a supplier, or vendor. Or in the case of this specialty retailer, an account could be a store or a warehouse owned by the company. Please notice there's a view window here at the top where you're able to look at various different account types. In this particular exercise, we're going to look at store projects. Okay, here's all the store projects. And what we're going to do is we're going to find a store that's under construction, or will be shortly, and it's called the Sunset Mall store. This is the individual record for that store, or the store which is an account. Notice that there are contact names which are a related list on the account. In this particular related list, we have two people that work for this particular store, Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers. If we want to look at their individual records, they're right there. I'll go back to the Sunset Mall store. There are also other types of contacts that exist as a related list on this record. Because this is a new store project, a construction project, it's necessary to have the people that are going to be working from outside vendors on this particular project on this list, so that the people that are working on the project can coordinate with each other. So these names all came out of the contact list, and they are all people that need to work with each other, and so they therefore have access to the system and they can see who is on their particular project. We also have another list, a related list called leases. Leases are an extremely important item to a specialty retailer. Leases are typically the second largest cost that the specialty retailer has versus the inventory. Here's a lease record. You can notice the header that has the store number and the name and address of the lease and the landlord information. You also have lease facts, which include the gross square footage, selling square footage, etc., and the financial facts, which are the rent and breakpoints and rent percent, etc. On the bottom, you have the project documents that relate to the lease. They're scanned in and they're put onto this particular record. Let's move on and discuss processes that are included in this application that are focused on accounting for and approving costs and expenses. In the case of this specialty retailer, millions of dollars are being spent on store design and construction. There are other ongoing expenses which include supplies, display, travel, and other things that need to be tracked. These expenses all need to have approvals. They all need to be tracked. And also the finance department needs to pay the bills and create the appropriate ledger entries. Management reports detailing the expenditures need to be created to assist in analyzing the business costs. This application ensures that all of this happens accurately and on time. We're going to click on this tab which says Purchases and Allowances. These are purchase orders. We're going to see here again that we have the view window. Okay, so we can look at various aspects of what we're doing with purchase orders: lighting costs, hangars, general construction, display costs, design and engineering, etc. Now, I'm going to use the search window to find a purchase order that we can look at. Here's a purchase order record. This is the vendor name is Any Woodworking Company, obviously a fictitious name. The description, it's the millwork for Mall of America. Okay, and the type of purchase, millwork is finishing, and so it's for walls, floor, and ceiling, etc. There's a total purchase order value, and there are the payment schedules. Payment schedules are essentially terms. And this again is a pick list item. Another pick list item is 50% deposit, 50% upon receipt. There can be net 30. That was another payment schedule item. But this is very important because different trades use different payment schedules. In this case, there's 3 payments, and these 3 payments are noted here for the amount that they're going to be and the payment dates, so accounts payable knows when they need to be paid. These are purchase order line items. Okay, now purchase order line items are embedded in the system, and they are things that will total. They sum to the total of this purchase order. There's cash wrap. There's a gold post, vintage wall, changing rooms, etc. These are all standard line items that are used on every single job to create these stores. So when these items are installed or built and installed, then what happens is we have these, they trigger invoices. Here's the first invoice for that payment, the first payment that was needed to be made. This payment request is made by the vendor. The vendors actually create the purchase orders in many instances, as well as create the payment request. This saves overhead from the company. They don't have to do it with their people. They just need to approve them. And here's the approval process. The project manager approves after the submission by the vendor, and then the approval is also made by accounts payable. The approvals are made, obviously the project manager verifies that what the work has been done, and also the project manager and the accounts payable people look at this scanned invoice, which is here on the approval record. Other expenses, we're going to go to expense reports, where other approvals need to be made. People travel and they spend money, the company money, and rather than do paper expense reports and send them via U.S. postal mail, this is all put here on the system. So here's an example of an expense report that was submitted by an employee, and it's for travel from Burbank to Las Vegas. The total amount of the expense is $62.03, and it's for the week ending 6/30/2012. Here are the various new expense claim items. These are line items, again, that sum to the total for this particular expense report. Because we keep track of things of this nature, and they're standardized claims. You know, auto fuel parking is one, taxi car fare is another, breakfast, lunch, dinner is another. We can actually do auditing and do analysis on these things with the report writer that we have within the system. Here's the approval made by the supervisor, and there's the submission, and here's all the expense receipts. They're all on this particular record. So everything's in one nice, neat place. There's also in the system an allocation function, inventory allocation, and there are many, many items that are shipped out of company-owned warehouses and vendor warehouses they are kept track of with this particular object. In this case, we'll look at a shopping bag order that's right here. And this particular order, let's go to another one. We'll just take another one just for the heck of it. Okay, here's a shopping bag order, and it's being sent to a company-owned store, and it's being sent from a warehouse in Cypress, California to a store in Beverly Hills. Here's the item that's being sent. Here's the cost of that item and how many units. It's important to note that perpetual inventories are kept on many items, for supply items for this particular specialty retailer, so that what ends up happening is that when there's an order point, when it automatically gets to, the system notifies the store operations people so that they can reorder these things. This really keeps things simple. When the item is shipped out, another item, another related list is activated. It's called an as shipped notice, and it's a detail of when and where the particular supply item is being shipped. It gives the bill of lading number, the pro or tracking number, number of cartons, weight, and what carrier is sending it. This is extremely important because a notification goes to the store. They know it's sent and they have this information. If they don't receive it on a timely basis and there's an estimated arrival time, then what ends up happening is they're able to call the supplier. I wanted to show you there are many reports that are already canned and in the system, but they're also very easy to create reports. You can just see a few of them right here. Related to the last one, here's some warehouse fixture reports. Here's a CapEx that's capital expenditures that were made, store construction costs for all of these stores. It's always up to date, as long as the records are being updated as new purchase orders are written, and it gives you by type of expenditure exactly what was spent to create any given store. It's a great feature. I'm going to show you one other. That's a report. I want to show you that some things that come off of reports, and those are dashboards. So on your home page, there are a variety of different things, but one of the things that's really important is to keep track of, for the individual or the user, exactly the things that they want to have real-time knowledge of when they sign onto the system. In this case, this person wanted to see construction costs by category of work, project costs per square foot, and change orders by project. This is obviously someone who's doing the project management. Now, there's something else that integrates with Force.com, and that is Chatter. Chatter is a social and is sort of an internal social media network. It allows people to collaborate on projects and on a variety of things that they might need to. All internal users of Force.com, this Force.com application, are able to access Chatter and use it. And Chatter brings in from these various objects out here information actually into the system in real time, tells people about it. They get a notification that something changed in their particular files, or something on a record changed, and that's very important to know. Also, you can have 500 other people from outside the user network that are able to access this. So you may have some ancillary people that you work with but are not Force.com users that can also access files and collaborate with you at the same point in time, which is a powerful idea. Thank you very much for viewing the demonstration. I wish I could go through everything that the system does, but it would just take hours. So hope you enjoyed it, and please contact us. Our telephone numbers are on the website. We also have a form there that you can fill out and send us your information. We'll call you. Thank you so much.